It's me, Unapologetically T, and I'm here today because I'm just outside chilling and been having a meditative state. So I've been in a meditative state, and literally, I said I've been having. I guess that all of it can coexist, but lately for me, faith has been coming up. Faith, trust, love, all those things have been coming up, and I don't know. I just realized like how much more peaceful life becomes the more you trust God, no matter what. And I mean, no matter what. We're not talking about what you think is best. We're not talking about if you lost your leg, your arm, and your eye. We're just talking about trusting that was meant to happen. And I can't say that, easily because I still have those things. So I'll go back to myself. But like when you lose things, when you give up things, sometimes we lose them. Sometimes we're being called to give them up. Those sacrifices. Some people still sacrificing people, other people. You don't have to sacrifice other people. Sacrifice the things in you that literally you no longer need for where you're headed, for where you want to be at. You literally can just give those things up. I literally have been working on a list of things that I actively gave up and things that, God took from me. And so I haven't gotten all the way through the list. And then I've also been, writing things down that I have gained. And so we always talk about the losses, right? We cry about them losses. I know I will. Like, I don't know what you'll do, but I'll cry about those losses. And, I get to a point of stabilization. And then it's like I can see that, yeah, I was losing these things. And I think I could see it all along. However, emotionally, I had to deal with my feelings around that. And I think that is something that we must bring back. Everybody doesn't have intense or hypersensitive feelings, but feel your feelings. Feel your feelings. I do. And I'm realizing that. Like, I'm realizing being sensitive is not a weakness. Being sensitive literally just means that you feel things, deeply, or like you feel a lot of things that maybe some people can't feel, see, hear. Your senses are sensitive. And I think about that. I use your immune system a lot, but I think of that like your immune system. People who struggle with allergies have it over. It says overactive, but it's a sensitive immune system, and it doesn't mean that their immune system is weak. So their immune system is kicking ass. It just means that their immune system is perceiving danger and things that might not be that dangerous. And so, if you are a very sensitive person, that's not a weakness. It's just your responsibility to regulate your nervous system, to regulate your gift. It's your gift. And a lot of these things we deem as fallacies and flaws are literally our gifts that we were not taught how to regulate, how to make it work for us. I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much about myself and about my gifts and how to utilize them to my best benefit, because just like they can be used to harm me and others, they can also be used to benefit me and others. And so I'm learning this process. I'm not perfect at it. If one thing I'm gonna do is be transparent with y'all motherfuckers, is that like literally I'm not perfect at this. I'm learning stuff day by day. I'm staying faithful though. I'm staying faithful. I'm trusting God no matter what happens. A lot has happened. A lot that I haven't even, updated y'all about. I said in the beginning that I would be willing to share a lot of my past life, but like I wanted to get to a point where like my current life, like I wanted to be, private about something. Like, I think I should have something to myself. Like, and on average, I am a private person. I don't like everybody in my fucking business. I don't, like it. And I think I don't like it because of the way society is. Like, society is so judgmental. Society will try to use whatever against you. And when I say society, I mean the evil, corrupted, organized society that we live in. But yeah, they try to use, your shortcomings against you. Will try to use anything. They even if they think it's a shortcoming, like, they'll try to use it. But one thing I do realize is coming out in these videos, shh, girl. Hey, I know you see it. It can't do nothing to us. It can't do nothing. So literally, she having her moment with spirits, because there's nothing right there, and the only thing that's clucking is the birds or the crows they calling. But she looking a whole nother direction. Anywho, so literally, what I've learned on this journey of speaking up and speaking out is, number one, I'm not always right. Number one, I am not always right. Don't idolize me. Don't put me on a pedestal. I am not always right. And I don't want to be. The fuck? Like, do you know how much pressure that is? Like, I don't want to always be right. I want to be right for me. but you gotta figure out what's right for you, and that can even be wrong for me. So, like, literally, I'm not always right. I can be wrong. I don't know every fucking thing. You literally, have to realize we're all here. Even if my core frequency is top fucking notch, like, literally, God came down here and ordained and said, like, Latifah, she's a bomb.com, like, listen to her for advice. You still gotta realize, like, we live in a human experience. Like, this experience is not meant for perfection. So we could literally be in another realm, another existence, and things work differently. But here on earth, perfection is literally not the same as being right or knowing everything all the time. That's not perfection. That's a sickness. It is literally a sickness. It is an illness that you would even want to be there. So, because that's just not how this world works. So another thing is, I enjoyed this one, and I'm a little sick and sadistic, but this is just true. I enjoyed this one. Literally telling motherfuckers your weaknesses, telling the world your weaknesses will make you stronger, because they're literally going to try to use that shit against you, and that shit literally is going to strengthen you. So being vulnerable is a strength. Being vulnerable allows you to free yourself. Being vulnerable is literally one of the best things in this world I have done. I'm still learning. I'm still growing with that. I struggle with communication. I know I talk so fucking much, but, like, I struggle with communication when it comes to interpersonal relationships, asking for help. I am learning to be vulnerable in that way. I was hyper independent with codependency issues. And so I was hyper independent because, baby, if I didn't do it, it didn't get done for me. So if I didn't meet my needs, if I didn't do what needed to be done, it didn't get done. So, or I just was also too, I learned this about myself, is like, I just had this A-type personality, like, literally, like, if you didn't do it when I said do it, and not to say, like, I'm gonna be like, you need to do it now, but, like, if I say that I need something done and you don't do it, I want to do it. Like, so it was like learning how to delegate and allow others to move at their rate. Because I do, even just outside of moving fast when it comes to thinking, I move fast when it comes to getting things done. I do not really like when I'm on my A game. Like, I do not like letting shit fester. It bothers me. So I'm learning like a lot about myself, like the control aspects. Because a lot of us don't realize how we show up controlling. Like, a lot of people walking around are control freaks and don't think they're control freaks, but you're a control freak. And I'm getting to see where I'm a control freak at. And so, like, literally, and I think that just comes from, it's a trauma response, and you got to figure out what part of that trauma response is coming from. For me, I learned, like, literally, like I said, if it didn't get done, I had to do it. So I'm not going to sit here and wait on somebody to possibly do it. I might die. And so, like, that extreme thoughts, like, that's literally how I feel. Like, I might die. Like, it might not ever happen. I might be sitting here holding my breath forever, and it's just like, relax. Life is balance, and balance is different for everyone. That is the beautiful diversity in life. My balance might be out of sync with somebody else's. That's why we have to be ourselves and find who we are genuinely in alignment with. And I am learning these things. I am practicing what I preach. I am going within. I am going through a whole lot right now. On so many realms, and I'm just trying to make sure that I take care of myself. It's a lot. But I am trying to stay focused and stay, positive. When negativity shows up for me, not ignoring it and acting like it don't exist, or not giving it my energy. Like, I have to give things that show up negative, my energy, so that I can transmute it into something else. Toxic positivity will warrant you to ignore it and act like it doesn't exist. It's still gonna be there. You're talking to the right person, because, like, all them motherfucking shadows, they're gonna pop up on you if you do ignore them. One of the things I've learned too is a lot of people like to associate light versus dark. Dark is evil, light is great. Both of them in extremes is fucking detrimental to us and the natural balance of Earth. If you literally had the sun out all day long, it probably would drive you insane. Definitely, we see that with, like, Alaska. Like, they have to deal with those extremes of, like, day and night being taking up most of their day. And so, like, literally, when there is more darkness through their seasons, they literally sometimes they have to supplement, vitamin D, because they're missing that. Sometimes, they have to have coverings for the windows and stuff like that when there's more sunlight, so that they can actually regulate their sleep. So it's literally like, I just think of us as human beings, like, the same way. It's like an environment. Like, when I think of balance, I think of, like, an environment being, just right for someone else, but it might not be just right for the next person. I will not be using the Goldilocks girls. The Goldilocks girl, I'll use the bears. So, like, mama wanted her porridge look cold. Baby bear wanted that shit just right. Daddy wanted it hot. So, like, literally, what works for you. And your goal is to find your balance. And I always remember as a kid just feeling out of whack and wanting to know what my balance was, and just being afforded to finally, get that right. I do think that I I'm having a lot of extra help in with these things and all that stuff. So like literally but yeah, like I don't view energy as necessarily like good and evil. I think it depends on what you're gonna do with that. You literally need negative energy and you need positive energy, and literally together they balance each other out. Who knew? They actually attract each other. Who knew? But they actually, like, I'm not thinking of it in behavior. I'm not thinking of it in people. I'm thinking of it in actual raw energy. They need each other. They need each other to stabilize. Literally, it's in science. It's in literally the positive and negative charges of your cell. In order for your cell to be stable, you literally have to have literally the same amount of protons and electrons and neutrons for you to really have like that stable, solid cell. Now you do have like isotopes, you have ones that literally are off balance and all that stuff, and they work. They do work. You can use them for something, and that's what I go back to. What's your balance might not be somebody else's balance. But my goal has been stability, security, provision, literally all of those good things, and just trusting God. I look back and reflect on, I've always had a relationship with God, but my God has my relationship with God grown closer. Literally, I see things a lot differently. I feel things a lot differently. I hear things a lot differently. I respond a lot differently. I don't even have to. For people who have found their own stabilization, you can tell in my energy. You can tell in my energy. Like, you can tell when I'm at peace. You can tell when I'm on my bullshit. You can tell. Like, it's energy. And so, ooh, look at you. You ready to go in the house. Yes, yeah, baby's ready to go in the house. You want to say hey to the people, Sassy? You want to say hey? Say hey. Say hey. Baby hot. But yeah, I just wanted to come do a video like, trust God, trust the process. The process is your situation. Like, people not saying it. The process is your situation, your circumstances. That's your process. Trust your process. It's day by day, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour. Trust it. Trust it, because I bet you, I guarantee you, when you keep on going, you're going to realize all that stuff was happening for you. Not just to you, it was happening always. You can look at it always. It was happening to you and for you. And I'm just now starting to realize all these things can coexist. It can be happening to you. Acknowledge that. This is happening to me right now, in this moment, in this time. And then, you know, once you get through that, this is happening for me. This is happening for me. How can this situation be utilized to my best abilities? How can I alchemize this? How can I turn this situation into a benefit? Shit, I would take shit and turn it into gold. But I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. Beam me up, Scotty. But my baby want to go in the house, so I wanted to sit out here a little longer. I have been out here before I started the video, so just wanted to be in nature. But my fur baby said, mommy, it's hot. It's hot. So we gonna go. I love y'all guys. Keep hanging in there. We're all working together, serving our purposes, no matter what our jobs are. And I'm not talking about just these American jobs. I mean like the purpose that you serve in each other's lives, whether it be with animals, the earth, or actual human beings. So I'm not just talking about American titles. I am talking about literally who you are and what you do each and every day. Take your titles away and think about the people you're impacting. The earth, if you're making decisions on behalf of earth, as far as environmental things, nature, all that, look at the deeper picture of what you're doing. Look at the deeper picture of what you're doing. If you go to the grocery store and you literally are a person who loves to talk to other people and give out compliments and just uplift other people's spirits, you're doing a job. If you have no job at all, look at what you do on a day-to-day basis and see how you are, changing things, altering things. How are you working with this earth and the people and inhabitants of this earth? Literally, because it's not about the titles. It's about your purpose is actually what you get up and do every day. If you serve a purpose of pissing people off every day, that's your purpose. You are helping other people grow. If they rise to the occasion. So like, even if you that one, we don't really care for you. But you're still serving a fucking purpose. Like, people who wrong us, like, we wrong other people. We have served a purpose. We have served a purpose to get them to where they need to be at if they chose to rise above it. And I think that's when you get to a point in the game where you don't take shit as personal. You don't take it as personal. There are some things that, like, literally, like, it's just a complete fucking no-go. Yes, you served your purpose, but, baby, whatever. Come on, jumping spider. I'm doing good with y'all, but y'all spawning jumping ones and shit. Go, sir. Don't come back over here. It is my cue to go because I love the spiders now. However, we had a deal, and now y'all spawning jumping ones. It's like, gosh, I gotta fight for my space over here. But alright, y'all, I love nature. I'm getting used to the bugs. Y'all remember I was so freaked out about the bugs. Like, I literally be laying on the ground, no blanket, like, just letting them crawl on me. Like, it's no big deal. I'll bring my blanket out if I don't want to get my pants dirty, but I don't care about the actual. This nigga back. This nigga hard-headed. Alright.